You know what would be cool if they banned?
Who?
Who do you think?
I don't know, maybe Michael Savage?
Yeah, that would be cool. From England. That would be really cool.
In fact, of course, that's exactly what's happened.
I love
Michael
this story.
Savage banned from England. Elbow from the sky. Not allowed to visit the UK.
I love that. I mean, that is, and that punctuates what people have been saying for such a long time about Savage, and what he has, of course, denied, is that he is a hateful person, and that his show is hateful, and that his words are hateful and hurtful. And now you have an entire nation saying, you know what, don't come in.
He's also on the list with two other Americans, Stephen Donald Black, who's a white supremacist, and an anti-gay preacher by the name of Fred Phelps. He's the guy
He's the God Hates Fags guy, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Shows up at the funerals, shows up at schools. Recently they were protesting at Walt Whitman School because Walt Whitman was gay, and they don't want the school named Walt Whitman, and it goes on and on. So, by the way, that is hideous company for Savage to be in.
It's hideous company, and it's a great advertising campaign for the UK, to travel to the UK. It makes me want to go to the UK.
Right, because at least you know you won't run into this clown.
Right, exactly. At least Michael Savage won't be there.
And look, probably Savage loves it because it's
Of course
more
he does.
attention
They all
to
love
him,
it, yeah.
etc. But you know what? It's a bad list to be on. Full of people, Muslim extremist radical clerics, Christian radical clerics like
Right.
Fred Phelps. I mean, these are the people who are the most insidious people in the world as far as speech is concerned.
Right.
Now, look, I don't believe in banning people, and English law is a little different than U.S. law. Strong advocate of the First Amendment. I would not ban Michael Savage. I'm not in favor of necessarily banning any of these people for their speech, but I am amused by it.
Well, it's not saying we're banning you from, it's not taking English nationals. I'd love to be a national. I was talking about this. Am I ever referred to as an American national? A U.S. national?
Of course, why not?
That's cool. English nationals, and saying to these English nationals, you've got to leave the country, which is what I agree that we shouldn't do that with Michael Savage. But if there's a hateful person who's living in Uruguay right now who wants to travel we don't need your hate. We have enough of it here. And I think there's a little difference with keeping them out rather than kicking them out.
I agree with you. There's a little difference. I agree that it becomes less of a First Amendment issue because if they're not citizens of the United States, for example, if they're coming to the U.S., but nonetheless, I still would be against it. If you said to me there's a really hateful guy in Uruguay and he wants to come to the U.S., I'd say, have at it, Hoss. As long as he has not done anything violent.
You'd call him Hoss.
I would, just to see what his reaction would be. I mean, he is coming to the U.S., right?
Okay.
So, as long as there's nothing physical that they've done, I would have no... And, I don't want people... If they want to give speeches, look, we're supposed to be a land where every opinion is allowed.
And that's why we moved out of England.
Right? So, ironically, although I'm amused by this story, I don't think they should have done it.
I love it. I love it.